Hello. This is Antya from Byte Shuffle. Thank you as always for watching my videos. This time, I've put together my thoughts on how to approach the Cori tempo matchup when playing Doomsday, as well as my sideboard strategy. There's also a link to the pile breakdown video in the description, so feel free to check it out. Here is the deck list we will be using this time. This hand has card draw, counters, lands, and combo pieces, so I'm going to keep it. I removed Delver of Secrets. I'll counter it with Daze. I'm going to dig for Dark Ritual. I stack Doomsday Ponder Tamiyo, Inquisitive Student, then draw. I'll counter it with Force of Will. I'm going to dig for lands and hand Disruption. Didn't find it, so I shuffle. I activate Wasteland. I'm going all in from here. I cast Doomsday. Resolving Doomsday is good, but my opponent has 2 Wastelands and a Dragon's Rage Channeler on the battlefield. If I pass for 2 turns, there's a high chance my opponent's clock will get there. Even if my opponent uses both Wastelands on me, I can still produce 1 blue mana. I'm going to build a Brainstorm pile. Then on the next turn, I'll only play around Daze and try to win from there. I built the pile in the following order: Thassa's Oracle, Edge of Autumn, Consider, Lion's Eye, Diamond, Brainstorm. I'll counter it with Force of Will. Surveil's effect sends it to the graveyard. The opponent cast Ponder and chose not to shuffle. Using the pile opener to start drawing through the pile. I put Orcish Bowmasters back first, then Consider. I activate Lion's Eye Diamond on the pile opener stack. Surveil's effect sends it to the graveyard. I win with Thassa's Oracle. Before sideboarding, I'd like to review the list we used. First, the conclusion. I will explain it step by step. These are the Cori tempo cards that matter against Doomsday. First are the various counterspells, such as Force of Will, Daze, Spell Pierce, and Force of Negation. Against these, we add Duress. Next are cards that counter triggered abilities, such as Stifle and Consign to Memory. In response to this, we add Barrogoyf. This is both to secure an alternative win condition outside of the combo, and to slow the game down through lifelink. In exchange, we cut Wasteland. This is because the opponent is on a low-curve deck, and if you go along with their mana denial strategy, it will never become your turn to take control of the game. We also add more removal spells, such as Fatal Push and the Long Goodbye. This is to buy time to set up our combo and to let Barrogoyf come fully online. In exchange, we trim cards like Street Wraith and Daze. As for the cyclers, ideally we'd prefer not to cut them since they help us go for it earlier, but this time we trimmed them due to space constraints. Next up is Pyroblast. We deal with this by cutting Tamiyo, Inquisitive Student, since it becomes an easy target. Another reason for cutting Tamiyo is that, beyond being an easy target, the opponent's clock is extremely fast. The game often ends before Tamiyo can start generating any real advantage, which makes its overall impact on the game quite low. However, even though it's also a blue card, we do bring in Brazen Borrower after sideboarding. This is because it serves as an answer to the opponent's Murktide Regent, which is a key threat in the matchup. This hand feels a bit too passive, so we're going to take a mulligan. No lands in this hand, so I'll take a mulligan. No lands in this hand, so I'll take a mulligan. I put back Force of Will and 2 copies of Ponder. If I can strip away the opponent's clock with hand disruption and removal to buy ourselves some time, it feels like I could win by chaining Barrowgoyfs, but being down 3 cards looks pretty rough. I'll use discard to check what's ahead. I cut Cori-Steel Cutter. I'll name Lurgoyf. I remove Dragon's Rage Channeler. If I let Pyroblast get full value here, the opponent will just be able to land Murktide Regent, so I choose to hold back. I'll use discard to check what's ahead. I cut Pyroblast. I'm out of time, so I cast Brainstorm. I'm digging for Barrowgoyf. I put them back in the order of Dark Ritual first, then Duress. I politely ask Murktide Regent to go back to its owner's hand. The target of Mishra's Bauble is me. It looks like they might be holding up a hard counter, so I choose to hold back. I hold up Orcish Bowmasters. I respond with Orcish Bowmasters. I'm going all in from here. I'll increase the mana needed for the combo. I cast Doomsday. The opponent has 2 cards left in hand, and Cori-Steel Cutter is on the battlefield. If Delver of Secrets flips on the opponent's next turn, we're within lethal range. We either have one more turn of breathing room, or the game is already over. My Cavern of Souls is naming Lurgoyf, so I'll only have access to 1 blue mana next turn. The opponent used Wasteland earlier, but it was most likely a card they just drew off the top. If they have Wasteland, Consigned to Memory, or Pyroblast, I'm dead. But since my only chance is next turn, I set up a Brainstorm pile and put my hopes on a slim chance. I built the pile in the following order: Thassa's Oracle, Edge of Autumn, Lion's Eye, Diamond, Consider, Brainstorm. So far, everything is playing out exactly as expected. Using the pile opener to start drawing through the pile. I put them back in the order of days first, then Consider. I activate Lion's Eye, Diamond on the pile opener stack. Surveil's effect sends it to the graveyard. I win with Thassa's Oracle. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I apologize for the many misplays along the way. I hope we can all continue to improve at Magic together. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. I'll see you again in the next video. This is Antya, signing off.